entertain a motion to approve the March 25th regular meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, department heads. Chief Pritchard, you care to put that mic on when you step up there too, please?
We had 418 calls for service in March, 342 so far in this month. We've had 1,588 year-to-date calls for service. Arrests since last council, we had 1 criminal mischief, 1 third-degree battery, 1 disorderly conduct, 2 aggravated assault on a family or household member, both of those felony. 2 possession of controlled substance misdemeanor, 1 possession of drug paraphernalia misdemeanor, 8 driving while license suspended, 1 unlawful use of interlock device, 20 careless prohibited driving, 1 leaving the scene of property damage accident, and 3 passing the stop school bus. And the reason I throw the careless and prohibited in there, most of those are going to be over that intersection down here. Not all of them, but several of them. Just kind of give y'all heads up of what that's about. So we had 11 case reports, 3 MVC reports, and 1 investigation started. We've had 160 citations from the Possible Police Department, 52 from the Arkansas State Police. We got 2 of the aggravated assault on a family and household member. Those are felony warrants that have been filed. 1 misdemeanor affidavit has been filed for criminal impersonation, and misdemeanor warrants issued. We had 50 warrants served, 2 failure to appear warrants issued, 52 failure to pay warrants issued. Training we've had since last council, we've had 144 hours of miscellaneous training for the month. Financial crime, 16 hours in CGI in Little Rock, and Mike Hardy. Principles of supervision, 24 hours. Mike Hardy. The Arkansas Association of Chiefs of Police 20th Annual Executive Development Course of 32 hours at Winthrop Rockefeller Institute. That was me. 32 hours cyber crimes with me, and instructor development 40 hours at Alita is Kobe Brewer, and he's currently there now on another class. Income for the month so far is $23,645.35, and I'm not going to read it all to you, but I thought it up there for y'all to put it on there for y'all to look at later. I hadn't reported it yet, but several months back we applied for a grant through the Arkansas State Police, or the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office grant for $50,000, to which we received. That grant application was for the equipping of all of our patrol units with mobile access to live ACIC, NCIC information, along with access to the eSite and eCrash programs that we already utilize here at our office. Part of what we do is when we issue a citation out there on the street, it's a written citation, and then when we come back to the office, then it is actually physically entered by each officer into the eSite program. Same thing with our MVC reports. We've been doing that, I don't know, probably what, 8 years? Maybe longer.
Yep.
But what this will do, this will give us mobile access to do that in the vehicle. The entire system costs $54,000, so we're responsible for right at $5,000 for on our end of it. Also, we applied for another grant for $7,400 through the Department of Finance, and that's earmarked to assist in the installation of the RPS evidence module for the police department. And if it's awarded, this grant will fund the purchase of the required software, hardware training, and support equipment for the system upgrade to our current RPS police reporting system. And the deadline for that grant was last Friday, and so we haven't received any correspondence as to the status of the award yet, except for grant writer said she thought we had a better than average shot at getting it. Any questions?
Thank you, sir. Chief?
Afternoon. Since the last council meeting, we have 20 calls for service, 15 medical, 1 MVA, 4 fire related, and 8 hours of training. We were short on training because we replaced one of those with our barbecue. So April 6th, we had the barbecue fundraiser. Good turnout, pretty big crowd most of the day. April 8th, the day of the eclipse, we staffed our station for the majority of the day. We also had an ambulance there with 3 personnel from Polk County EMS. And then April 19th, we assisted in the prom crash scenario at the high school. And went through, extricated students. They had students from their drama team acting in that. So,
Looks like a pretty good turnout for that.
yeah, good turnout on the barbecue and good fundraising done.
Any questions? Thanks, sir. Public Works.
Since the last council meeting, Public Works, we completed 1 shut-off for non-payment with 0 remaining on, 19 work orders, 7 locates. We installed a new service tap on South Elmira. We removed 2 vacant meter loops. Repaired 2 main breaks on South Elmira. We installed a 6-inch water main extension with a fire hydrant for suppression purposes at the new triplexes on Pine Ridge. The guys went out and installed some no cell phone signs in the school zones. We flushed water lines on South Elmira, Jimmy Lyle, and McHenry. Put out about a half a pallet, I should say half a pallet of pothole mix. We installed a new culvert on Sweden Road, 1 new culvert on McAnulty. We've caught 0 dogs this month with 3 at the kennel.
Any questions? Thanks, sir. Code enforcement.
Since the last council meeting, 1 residential permit has been pulled, no commercial. Inspections, we haven't done any plumbing, no HVAC. We've done 4 electrical, 1 footing inspection, and then 1 solar inspection. Building's been kind of not as much right now, but it's starting to pick up.
Summer coming along.
Yeah,
It'll pick
we're also, I wanted to say too, I meant to put it on here, we're hiring a part-time help at the park. So if anybody knows anybody, we're gonna take applications for the next, I think this week and next week, when I get back from training, we'll look at doing some interviews. So if anybody knows anybody, tell them to call, holler at me or Randy.
Any questions? Thank you, ma'am. Planning and zoning.
We had 1 preliminary plans we approved for Nick Haggerty here on River Road, and that was it.
Oh. Anything else? Anybody? Any questions? All right. Fall Sinclair.
We met this month. There's no new grants that we've been able to find yet to apply for, but like I said, we did apply for the HPP, and we should find out in a couple of months on it. We totaled up what we made off of the Eclipse glasses and T-shirts and such over the weekend and the free T-shirt sales, and so the Eclipse glasses we bought last year, I think that they came out of the general fund.
Yeah.
Right, Fran? Okay, last year. So if we didn't figure the Eclipse glasses in, then we came up with about $600 that we made overall, but time you take out the porta potty cost and the T-shirts that we bought, and then paying for Rocky Jones down here to sing. So, I mean, we didn't make a bunch of money, but we had some good public, turnout. And,
Oh, yeah. I think public relations was
yes,
a
so,
lot of that, so.
lot of, in the day of the eclipse, I had bought hot dogs and buns and chips and sold a few of those, and we didn't have a big turnout, but I just put signs up saying that we had parking down here. But we did have a gentleman who's the great-grandson of the bank teller that was in the bank when it was robbed by Santa Claus during the Depression, and he does have a box of items that he's going to send us that's from the family, so.
And we had some visitors from Pottsville, Pennsylvania, and Pottstown, Pennsylvania come down, so. It's pretty interesting sitting and talking to them, so. Several from Texas, a couple different families from Kansas, so, yep, it's pretty cool. Yep. Anything else?
That's all, thank you.
Any questions? Thank you, ma'am. No old business, new business. Excuse me. Find it here. Ordinance, 2024-3, an ordinance amending the ordinance 2016-1, changing the number of members from planning and zoning from 5 to 7. Me and Mariah discussed this. I think it just kind of opens it up. We've talked to all the planning and zoning members too. I think they're all good with it. Just getting more diversity out there, more, more eyes, I guess I'd say. Do you have anything else to add, Mariah? Or, so that's what this is for. Any questions on it, or?
I have some questions.
Okay.
These were sent to me. If the progress, like building and all that stuff, is kind of slowing down, why do we need 7? That was one of the questions.
It'll pick back up in the summertime. It always does slow down in the wintertime.
And how are they picked?
Hmm?
Is there like an application that they fill out, or are they just
We just kind of looked at
appointed?
the ones that's the experience. Mr. Bradley's experienced with the water department here. Ms. Lungford is the real estate agent. So we figured that would be a lot of extra knowledge.
My late wife was on it back then, or she was a realtor.
I'm just curious, because people were asking, like, are you gonna open it up, or you just have somebody picked out already?
We've already got somebody picked out.
We got a list of, we went through some people. And people
Well, there were several different ones we
in the
looked at.
community, and we asked some, and they said no.
Right.
So, we did, we talked to them and did some interviews.
We sit down and talk to Ms. Lunsford and Randy Bradley and
About how many people put their names in the hat?
was there 2 others we talked to?
Yeah.
2 or 3. I think there was like 4 or 5 total that we talked to. That we thought would have good knowledge of what's going on as far as construction and everything else inside the city.
And the only reason we're adding 2 is just for fresh set eyes?
Pretty much, yeah.
And also, if we have like, a couple people are gone,
Mhm.
we've got a situation where I can't really bring up anything, we're voting with somebody makes a motion, somebody seconds it, you just have 2 people.
You can't do
You
that.
gotta have a quorum.
Yeah.
And there's a disagreement or anything like that, there's no way, this is dead on arrival, you guys are here to see anything, any progress, since we can't do anything without having. And it's only happened once,
Right.
but that can't happen again.
We used to have 9 on it when I first got on it back, good God, 2007. They've cut it back to 7, I think, and I think John, you was on it when they cut it back. Was it went from 9 to 7, back to 5, okay.
I've been doing that planning and zoning training at Euler, I've done 2 courses so far, and it's pretty common to have 7 to 9 people on your council. There's not many that just have 5, or planning and zoning, not council. So, I've asked some questions, there's multiple towns of Arkansas that are doing the same training, so.
What does Dardanelle have?
Dardanelle has, I think, 7.
Atkins, Dover, about the same?
I don't think Athens has a planning and zoning.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
Robert,
Russellville has like,
I can't think what his name is, good golly.
A lot.
I think
Robert
10 or
Travis.
15.
Yeah.
I don't know how many they have at Atkins, but they do have a.
They do have a planning
Yeah.
and zoning.
Robert Travis is the president of it,
Yeah.
or head of it, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I've talked to a couple planning and zoning.
Well, I'm for it. I'm a little disappointed it hadn't been advertised, and we've already got people picked out before it's even approved, but I'll vote yes.
You wanna make a motion on that, or to? Oh, okay. I need to make a motion though to have the first reading. Okay. Okay. Entertain a motion to suspend the rules and have the, we need the first reading
I
first.
mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. You can suspend the rules and do all 3 readings, you can suspend it, and we can do it one at a time, whatever you wanna do.
Okay. By title only, since it's, like you said, it's pretty. Okay, entertain a motion to suspend the rules and have the first through third reading of ordinance 2024-3 by title only.
Second.
Okay, got a motion, or?
You're gonna
Make
say
a
motion.
or-
Oh, I thought it said, okay.
So you're making the motion?
I'll second.
You'll second, okay. Got a motion, a second, do roll call?
Pam Scarver,
Yes.
Randall Blaylock,
Yes.
Steve Williamson,
Yes.
Karen Carruthers,
Yes.
John Heflin.
Yes.
Jesse Young.
Yes.
Ordinance number 2024-3, an ordinance amending ordinance 2016-1 and changing the number of members of the Planning and Zoning Committee from 5 to 7 members.
Now we need a motion to approve the first through third reading. Entertain a motion to approve the ordinance 2024-3, first through third readings.
Motion.
Second.
Okay, got a first motion and a second, do roll call?
Pam Scarver,
Yes.
Randall Blaylock,
Yes.
Steve Williamson,
Yes.
Karen Carruthers,
Yes.
John Heflin.
Yes.
Jesse Young.
Yes.
And we need to enact the emergency clause, right? Okay, entertain a motion to enact the emergency clause of ordinance 2024-3.
Make a
Motion. Second.
Got a motion and a second, do roll call?
Pam Scarver,
Yes.
Randall Blaylock,
Yes.
Steve Williamson,
Yes.
Karen Carruthers,
Yes.
John Heflin.
Yes.
Jesse Young.
Yes.
Okay. So that is approved. And while we're at it, go ahead and introduce Mr. Randy Bradley. I'm sorry, I forgot your first name.
It's Sarah Ledford.
Sarah Ledford. And there are picks for the planning and zoning if the council wants to approve it. All good with that? Entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion, we approve them.
I'll second.
Got a motion, second, to approve Mr. Bradley and Ms. Lunsford.
Yes.
Do a roll call?
Pam Scarver,
Yes.
Randall Blaylock.
Yes.
Steve Williamson,
Yes.
Karen Carruthers,
Yes.
John Heflin.
Yes.
Jesse Young.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, next on the agenda, the fire department would like to delete the 2002 Freightliner tanker. It's got the VIN number. We end up selling it for $22,000. What's sad is they bought it in 2014 for $14,725. Used it for 10 years and sold it for $22,000. That's pretty good profit on it, I think.
So they finally found a truck that could come get it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it only took them almost, 2 weeks, Wesley, to come and get it? So, yeah. First one they sent wasn't a lowboy, it
So
was
it was-
a flatbed, but it was the drop bed. It didn't have the ramps or nothing, so they had to make new arrangements. So, entertain a motion to delete that off the fixed assets.
Make a motion.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Do a roll call?
Pam Scarver,
Yes.
Randall Blaylock,
Yes.
Steve Williamson,
Yes.
Karen Carruthers,
Yes.
John Heflin.
Yes.
Jesse Young.
Yes.
Okay. The fire department is requesting, to pay Adam Bryant's, the one that was, killed in a drowning accident last month. Everything he's made up to this point, the fire department's wanting to go ahead and pay that to his family. But we have to have the council's approval to do that, so if anybody would like to make a motion on that.
I so move.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Do a roll call?
Pam Scarver,
Yes.
Randall Blaylock,
Yes.
Steve Williamson,
Yes.
Karen Carruthers.
Yes.
John Heflin.
Yes.
Jesse Young.
Yes.
Thank y'all for that.
Do we have a total on how much it come to?
I do. It's, $762.
Oh, okay.
That was for 42 calls and 2 meetings. He was on night shift the entire beginning of the year.
Right, next thing on the agenda, the May 27th meeting is on Memorial Day. The 20th, the week prior, I cannot be here the 20th, so what would y'all want to do? Move it to that Tuesday, the 28th, or the 21st, or whatever y'all would like to.
The 28th, I'm flying out. I'm going to Kentucky.
See, let me get my calendar out here.
Going where?
Kentucky.
Oh, really?
My son's flying me up there.
Would be better to do it like the 21st or that week of prior to the 27th, since you'll be gone. Anybody have any preferences, or
I'd just say if everybody's available, do it the week before.
on the 21st?
Is that the Monday?
That's a Tuesday. I can't
Yeah.
do it Monday.
I'm good with that.
I'm good with the Tuesday. Can you do it on a Tuesday?
21st.
Right, yeah.
On the 21st?
Yeah.
Is everybody good with the 21st? Yeah.
Should be.
Yes.
Okay. I'll just make a motion to move it to the 21st. Need that in the motion, or?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Got a motion, a second, to move the May meeting to the 21st of May because of Memorial Day. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Okay. Just got a couple other things here. I think y'all should have already got a copy. I mentioned last month, our audit went great, no findings of anything. Everybody should have got your
I think
packet.
we skipped that.
If you didn't, let me know. We'll make sure to get y'all a copy of it. No findings, everything was great on that. Did talk to David Ross, the Highway Department. They are going to put a turning lane in down here, but, there's a big but on it. It will not be a protected turn. It will not have a light. They're gonna put the lane in, but it will not have a turn arrow. They said the traffic study did not justify a light. But he said that since they're gonna be working there anyhow, they're gonna widen the shoulders on both sides and actually put a turn lane in, and then have the straight and right turn lane. That will help some, it's better than nothing, but he said, later down the road, we can look at it again, if it justifies. But right now, he said the state that studied the traffic pattern said it did not justify a protected turn lane. But it will have actual turn lane, a left turn lane, but not a light.
So that'll help spread the traffic out a
Right.
little bit.
Yeah, so the ones going straight and turning right won't have to wait for the ones turning left. Because that's a lot of the problems now, they're hitting the shoulder to go around the ones waiting to turn left. So, it will help. I hope it helps quite a bit, but I'm just relaying what the state said on their deal.
Since we are responsible for maintaining the city sees fit, could we have somebody install that turning light?
I don't know. That would have to check and see. I'm not sure. They are actually working on this new law. That's one of our agendas at the Municipal League for the advisory committee. For cities under 20,000, they're wanting them to take over all the streetlights. Right now, we have to maintain the streetlights. Somebody runs over it, we have to fix it. It quits working, we have to have it fixed. They're wanting to change it to cities under 20,000, the state maintains all the red lights. So I'm hoping that passes, so we won't have to deal with all that. We'll still have the school lights, but everything else will be the state. There's a couple other different deals on there I hope passes.
I'm just still in shock that it didn't pass.
Mhm.
I think they just did it at their own time, because if they do it during football season,
Right.
it is.
Well, at least they done it this time while school was still in
Right.
session, so.
Well, it also wasn't their idea, so they're not gonna
Right.
Right, that's.
fully admit
That's
that
probably
it
got a
needed.
lot to do with it.
Yeah,
right
if
there.
it was their idea, we'd have anything that we possibly want.
But I'm happy, at least getting it widened out, so if we do, like I said, we might check into that and see what it would cost us to have a light added, or if they'll even let us do it, I don't know. Without their permission, I don't know if they'll let us do anything with that.
What's the majority of the tickets that are getting issued at that light?
That careless.
Majority of them are being careless and prohibited driving.
They're going around multiple vehicles on the shoulder, turning.
Shoulder of the road and passing multiple vehicles.
down to 64.
I was driving a bus one
I'd
morning.
question how great that painted line would be. Looks like the elementary school district painted that line.
It's faded out.
They get rid of that double yellow hash mark right there, that's gonna, I actually measured it, compared it to Aspen, and, it's exactly the same width as is, however, that shoulder is not, built to withstand traffic. And, trucks start driving on it, start caving off, you know, that kind of thing.
That's one thing they did mention, they're gonna come in and dig up the shoulders where they can widen it out and put a good base down on it before they do the overlay on all that, so. That was my big deal, we're all gonna go in here and do all this, and then we're gonna have to dig it up and widen it out if they approve it, so. You know, they didn't approve the light, but they approved the turn lane, so,
It's a start.
yep. Like I said, better than nothing, so. I think it will help a little bit, I ain't gonna say it'll solve all the issues, but it definitely won't hurt. They won't have that wide shoulder to be trying to pass everybody on. Like I said, I drove a bus one morning, and I was stopped there waiting to turn right, and there was 2 cars passing me on the shoulder.
We've actually had 3 crashes at that intersection that was just shoulder related, where vehicle being disabled pulled over on the right across from Jordan's, and then somebody looking back to the left, not ever considering anything, being sitting on the shoulder and run right up the rear end.
All right, I got one other thing. I need,
Did we, on the fire department?
we're not gonna do that.
I can add to that, if that's all right.
Yeah, go ahead.
There was a little confusion. I was talking with their assistant chief and their mayor. Said, hey, we got trucks for sale if y'all are interested. They haven't went through their city council yet.
Oh, okay.
So between me and them, we were all kind of jumping the gun to get us approval to try and buy one.
Okay.
And their city council hadn't approved the sale. So
Okay.
that might be coming a few months from now.
Okay.
However long it takes, but
Okay.
thank you.
Okay. The only other thing we've got an employee issue. I'm asked, somebody for a motion to go to executive session before we can discuss it.
Can I ask another question before we do that?
Okay.
I've had a lot, I don't know if y'all have, but I've had a lot of people ask me about the spring cleanup.
Yes.
So are we gonna do one? How
No,
are we gonna
we're gonna do
handle
one in
that?
the fall. The county's doing theirs next week, so everything's covered for the spring.
But we will have one in the fall
Yeah,
at
we're
least?
gonna do
Okay.
one in the fall. But the main issue was, last time we had one, they spent, almost a day and a half picking up everything that everybody threw on the ground. There was 2 dumpsters full on the ground after everybody filled the dumpsters up. And we dumped we had 3 dumpsters, dumped them twice, I believe, over the
We
weekend.
dumped them twice, but we dumped them again the Monday,
Mm.
and they didn't take them with them, they brought them back to us, and they got filled up, and the lot got filled up again on Monday.
Yep.
So, that's why,
Yep.
I think by the time we got all the debris up where it was actually safe to drive in there, we had.
It was over $4,000 worth.
So
That's what it would cost us to do that.
Do we
We
not,
had to pay to dispose of like
Right.
200 and something tires because.
They dumped everything.
made a
Which,
sign that
we had
don't
signs
tire.
saying you can't dump certain things.
It was way more headache for us than what I think it
And-
benefited the city, because he worked it, and I think most of the people coming to dump on us weren't even locals.
Right.
Like a lot of them were from out of town
Well,
and down out in the
if we do it in the fall, we'll probably do it inside the fenced area, and it'll be Monday or through the week, or if I can get a volunteer on a Saturday maybe, but then it'll be locked up, and if anybody dumps anything on the ground, we're gonna have law enforcement keeping an eye out, it will be a littering ticket. Because that was, the last 2 times it's been like that. First time wasn't near as bad, it was like a half a dumpster full, but this last time, 2 dumpsters full, that was ridiculous.
Have we looked into doing anything like, Atkins is doing, where the trash trucks actually go to their house and stuff like that? Because I know I talked to Justin Brandon,
Right.
and he said that they do Cove Landing.
Mhm.
I don't remember, I wanna say once a year, and he goes to every house up there.
Right.
And then he knows what they'll take and what they won't take.
Right.
And so if it's something they won't approve of, they just leave it there.
Mhm.
So that may be something to look into.
I don't know what that would cost.
He gave me a price, I wrote it down.
Mhm.
I wanted to say, it was like, don't quote me, cause I have 200 an hour, but he was able to do like 400 houses in that amount of time.
Right.
So, I mean, at first I was like, ooh, that's a lot, but when you break it down and how much he can do, it's actually about the same.
Right.
So, but it's worth to give him a call and,
Okay, I'll talk to him. I
How
know
much
him
do we
very
pay
well.
for the dumpsters usually?
Hmm?
Do you know how much we
It's
pay
between $3,000 and $4,000 usually
for the three
for
dumps?
the dumpsters, yeah.
Okay.
That's having them dumped, usually like on a Saturday. So we usually start on a Friday, have them delivered Friday, and they'll dump them, usually like Saturday afternoon, David, or Saturday morning? All day Saturday? I mean, they'll come dump the dumpsters. When they come get the dumpsters and dump them and bring them back. Right, like on a Saturday? Yeah. So we usually have them dumped, each one of them twice at least. And this last time we had to have 8 total, so. So that cost us that much more.
I would compare that to having them go to the houses, that way
Right.
they can also look and say, we're not taking this.
Right,
And see if there's any difference. But that's just my opinion.
right. Now, I've got no problem with that. We can look at it and see.
Because if it's about the same price, then we won't have that issue of
Right.
somebody being down here and dumping things and stuff like that.
Yep. I'm good with that.
Mayor,
Yes, sir.
I had people call me also on spring cleanup.
Mhm.
And they were disappointed that we didn't have it.
Right.
And if we can't do it right now, can we set a time in the fall that they know that they can count on?
Right, not really, because we got to get with the dumpster rental and see when they are available and stuff like that. Once we get closer, we can tell them, a couple months out.
Or maybe, excuse me, maybe put somebody's minds at ease, because it's getting a lot of attention, just, hey, our intention is this month, in the fall, or one of these 2 months, but it will happen, but kind of narrow it down, just
I'm
put
good
some
with that,
minds,
but,
some minds at ease.
Like I said, it's just irritating, It's like somebody coming to your house and trashing it and just
Oh, yeah.
leaving.
Oh, I agree. That's why I was
that just
suggesting
irritates
maybe
me.
do the alternative route and where they go to all the residents.
I'll talk to
and-
Brandon and see.
and see. 'Cause it may be about equivalent, but it would relieve a lot of
Yeah, it
headache
saves us a
on
lot of
us.
headaches and stuff, because, we have usually David down here or somebody volunteers on a Saturday, load big stuff up and put it in the dumpster. That's the only difference is the bigger stuff. I don't know if Brandon's could, load the bigger stuff.
I don't know. I just know that he said that they do a lot of stuff in Cove Landing. And I know they do have the big dumpsters too, but
Well, he don't have the 30-yard ones like, I asked him about that. He's got the
yeah, there's
10 or
small,
15
yeah.
yards, I think. Kind of like what we got at the park,
Right.
down here in front of the city, or the water department, so.
It was just a thought, because I saw, because I get all the Atkins stuff.
Right.
You work in there and I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah.
I just thought I would.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna look at it this fall, but we come up with a month, I'll try to get it out there, let everybody know.
And then the last thing, June is when we're starting on the roads from the grant that we got, is that right? Is that what you said?
Oh, for Pine Ridge Road?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, as soon as school's out.
Okay, and then when are we gonna start the water expansion down to 64?
It'll be this summer sometime. I
Okay.
don't have a date right now. Right now, just getting ready to start mowing, so,
Fun.
yep, yep, so,
I think that was all my questions.
okay. Anything else? I'll entertain the motion, we'll go to executive session.
So move.
Second.
Got a motion, a second, go to executive session?
Let me make some room here. Yes.
Steve Williamson,
Yes.
Karen Crothers.
Yes.
John Heflin.
Yes.
Jessica Webb.
Yes.
All right,
Now you can go.
now we're legal.
Did you get my text message? On the minutes, it's Sarah Ledford, Sarah Lunsford.
Who's the owner? Is that why he kept saying that? wrong side of the road, you know,
You're
like going back there and
You're crazy about to stop at the park. And I don't want anybody I don't know stopping, to be quite honest.
I told myself if that day I ain't doing that again.
You're better off just sit in the car and call somebody.
Well, I said that before I rolled back
back in
Session.
session. Okay. Entertain a motion to go back into session.
Make a
So
motion.
moved.
Okay, motion second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All, he's done that. Okay. All right, so we're back in session. We've discussed the issue at hand. We've come up with a decision, and I will entertain a motion.
I would like to make a motion for the immediate termination of our fire chief, Leslie Beeson.
Second.
Okay, do a roll call.
Pam Schroeder,
Yes.
Randall Blaylock,
Yes.
Steve Williamson,
Yes.
Karen Carruthers,
Yes.
John Heffler,
Yes.
Jesse Young.
Yes.
Wesley, this has been discussed. There's apparently been some issues at the fire station. Effective immediately, no training, no responding to calls. All your equipment, please get it turned in tomorrow or as soon as possible. And if you wanna come by and talk to me, I'll go into more detail. All right. Anything else?
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
Got a motion, second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. You want me to go ahead and sign this?